Hey, it's 9 p.m. I'm finally back at last. And it's been a while. It's been like almost a week. I've had no internet. I've been between providers. You know when you change your internet and you're like, please make it swift. Let's have like a 1 day quick change around. And suddenly you are without internet for a number of days. It's an absolute nightmare. Hey, thanks, One Bit Godot. That was awesome. I'm so chuffed to see you streaming. You're amazing. Like, wow. You're clearly very good at educating people. If you've not caught up with One Bit Godot's stream, I think he's on session 5 at the moment. Check him out, One Bit Godot. I'm just here. I'm just editing my my channel titles here, and I just want to start building up a little list of streamers that you can catch during the day, starting with me and One Bit, and maybe we can get some others squeezed in through the day. Are you with us, One Bit Godot? CST or whatever. Also, how would you describe your series? 3D adventure? Something like that? Let me know. Ooh, that's loud. Let me turn this down a bit. Atmospherics are getting a bit crazy. Right. There we go. That's a little bit better. And it looks like my resolution's changed a bit. Oh, it has. Yes. I'm a little bit big there. There we go. There we go. And I'm even bigger now. So I'm going to leave that in there for now. And One Bit Godot can let me know. There we go. Super. So, where am I with the game? Well, last time you saw me struggling away trying to learn Dijkstra's algorithm. I wanted to work out some pathfinding for my NPCs. I'm not quite at that point yet, but I'm very close to being able to start creating pathfinding. And I got to this bit where I was like, well, hang on a sec. My paths are a bit weird because I've got a location, we'll call it L1, and it has an exit, which we'll just call that E, and the exit connects to L2. L2 also has an exit, which connects back to L1. So I've got a kind of weird network of nodes here. So I know Dijkstra's stuff kind of applies to anything. So we'll call this exit. This will be exit 1. That is also exit 1, but it's not. We'll call this 1A and 1B. And this is 2A. And then location 3 here can have exit 2B. And again, these take you to the relevant areas. And, presumably they'll connect together. So what I need to work out is, first of all, a data structure to represent this sort of location, exit, notation. And then I need to apply something like Dijkstra's algorithm, where we only have, this is 1, the distance between these two. This is 1, the distance between these two. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm digesting it. So.
Hey.
Hey. How are we doing? That was an amazing One Bit Godot. I was just saying, I don't know if you caught me there, but you're I think you actually describe yourself as a trainer, and you can tell. You're really good. I like the way you take everyone through it nice and slowly. I was just actually adding something here for your channel. Where is it? There it is. what time zone? I mean, so 7 p.m. BST. Is that? Should we describe it in BST? I think most audiences are going to be like American or. So I'm just thinking, what time do you start and generally finish? And I'll put it in there. And also, what's a good description of your series? Let me know, and I'll update this block. Can you see that okay? Just zooming in a bit. Oops. There we go.
Do GMT.
Do GMT, okay. GMT. So GMT is 1 hour behind here, so that would be 8 p.m. and 6 p.m., right? I think that's right. Time in GMT right now is, it's 1 hour behind. Cool. Okay. I think the whole GMT BST thing is not going to be around for much longer, hopefully. So I'm trying to work on a bit of pathing. Whilst I've been away, I've literally just been going to bed early. No internet. I can't stream. I can't really watch Netflix. I did up my mobile data plan to try and get me through the hard times. And all I ended up doing is just, watching films that I'd downloaded previously, legally. And I did one other thing. I went in and I created really rubbish icons for all my classes.
Usually I'm stream at 6 p.m. GMT.
Perfect. Nice. And what about the name for a description for your channel? How would you like it described here? So at the moment I've got that. You can reword it for me. So you can see now I have these beautiful location icons, exit icons, object icons, and character icons. Really hard to see what they are, to be honest. I didn't think it would be that tiny. It looks really bad, so I'll probably redo those at some point. So one of the first things I wanted to do was get rid of all this instance stuff that I was doing and actually move to having utilizing the class names properly. I didn't know you could use class names when I actually started. So
that title is fine, thanks.
Cool. Yep. Awesome. 3D adventure game. How about exciting 3D adventure game? You can give it some sizzle. So it looks really fascinating what you're doing.
Hi, YouTube.
Oh, hi, Teach You. How you doing? Hi, YouTube. So where to start? Well, let's catch up on what I did last. So I have a guy, and in 5 seconds, he's going to walk through the door. I think he's going to say something annoying. Let's see. He didn't say anything. Oh no, I've got footsteps. He walked in. Oh, and he's left. So that's what we did last time. We had the sound of the character coming into the area and the sound of the character leaving the area. If we go into the study now, you can see the character is currently here. And conversely, if we go and start again and we go into the study at the beginning where the character is, you can see the character's there. Character's going to leave in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off they go. And they're going to come.
He didn't even say hello, just walked off.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get onto the behavior bit next. But yeah, so that's working. I'm amazed that I got that working, to be honest. The longest possible system. 1-bit Godot created an amazing behavior system as well that I'd love to implement, but just haven't got the skills yet. So what I'm trying to do is focus on working with my limited knowledge, getting used to this framework before I start doing anything too advanced. And also, my philosophy is complete this prototype early. If it's great, I'll continue and I'll redevelop and I'll optimize it. If it's rubbish, I'll ditch it and start something new. So I really just want to get through any problems as quickly as possible, whatever route it takes, even if it means the sloppiest code in the world. So at the moment, that's exactly what I've got. A lot of slop here. And also my instance name here is object. Obviously, I can't have a class name of object, so that's got to change. Let's have a quick look at the project plan. So I haven't heard from Steph. I think she thinks I'm dead or something. I'll need to let her know that I'm still here. Who knows what goodies she's done. Last thing I said is that Jove might have to be blind because we were going to implement that GUI system. I don't think that went down too well, so maybe he won't have to be blind. At the moment, though,
I am watching you, you idiot.
Oh, hey! What do you think? Does he have to be blind? Doesn't he have to be blind? Have you thought more about that? I didn't even realize you were T-Chuck. I totally forgot. So will he or won't he be a blind person? I'll tell you why, because I don't know if you've seen this yet, Steph. But first of all, I haven't had any internet for a while, so I'm just back today. And secondly, I started working on this 3D GUI stuff, which 1-Bit Godot has given me some amazing pointers on. In fact, his last stream is just basically showing me how to do all the stuff I'd want to do and that sort of thing. But
Man doesn't have to be blind. Let's just not mention it and see if we can get away with it.
I think that's a good idea. I think the graphic designers wanted to work towards having something that was believable in terms of the GUI. So I created this as like a little test. I rewrote like pretty much a load of code that 1-Bit Godot pointed out you could just do with like 2 lines of code. I ended up spending like about, I don't know, an entire page or 2 of code to do this. So I started creating this system stuff where I thought that you'd be in kind of like some sort of virtual space. So if you want to interact with this door here, you'd click it and it would give you your options on how to interact with it. And then I was thinking, well, it was going to be this sort of virtual interface. And then I thought, you know what, it's not very good at the moment, so I'll just scrap that and we'll stick with this. So I don't know if you saw, Steph, but I've got a character coming into the room any second now. Here they come. Ta-da! The AI is here, and now we can click on the AI. It starts a cutscene at the moment, but the AI is going to leave any second now, and he's gone. And the other thing I was doing just before my internet got cut off is I was working on the audio that plays when they come into or leave a location. So I got that working. Let's have a look. Audio controller. And one of the things we did is I set the NPC transition volume to -20. So if I up that a bit, we'll really hear it. So let's make it 20 decibels. Is it decibels? I don't know if it is decibels, but let's make it 20. It should be a bit louder now. We should hear the footsteps when the NPC walks in a lot clearer. We've also got some sort of fade in with the footsteps, which is a bit weird. I don't know if I've quite nailed it yet. See what I mean? And off they go. So it's a little bit louder now. The tail off is super sharp. I think I'm using like an ease in, ease out, so the volume kind of peaks suddenly at the end and drops out really fast, which is not good. But it's working. We've got the AI walking around, which is the most exciting thing. So let's have a look at our character script I started working on. It was Graham, the Graham script, even though it was the AI walking around at the moment. We apply the script to everyone. Where is it? I've forgotten where everything is. A single week off, and I'm totally out of it. Right, here we go. So at the moment, this is a schedule for Graham. So it's saying that he's going to get up and get showered, and he's going to be in the living area at 7 o'clock. At 8:01, he's going to wander around his living area, but that's him walking to work. So we're going to do some pathfinding. Then he'll arrive at work, and he'll work. And you can see the speed he's working at as well. So this is how long he'll spend in a location before moving on to the next, in seconds. So when he walks to work, he'll spend 8 seconds in the living area before he moves on to the next bit. I think I just wanted enough time that you could interact with the character in that location before they moved on. And maybe you could have them like sort of whistling to themselves or mumbling, "Oh, another day at work," as they go past. I don't know. And then finally, this guy's at work, so he's spending 120 seconds in each of the areas that we define as that workplace. A movement's random, so they're going to randomly move between these locations. And it's going to loop, so it's just going to keep going forever until we hit 5:30. Ding, ding, it's time to go home. The guy doesn't even get a lunch break. But you know what? He's not really working that hard for someone living on Europa, experimenting and so on. He's only working from 8 till 5:30. Cushy life. So he walks back to his quarters here. Again, 8 seconds, sequential movement. And finally, he goes back into his living area and he sleeps until 7 o'clock the next morning. Now, we've tested the schedule stuff and it seems to be working, but we haven't actually connected it to the character yet. All we've done at the moment is just tested out some commands in our event control, and that is character try move living area. So this is where the character will try and move to a particular location, and if they can't move, well, they won't. They'll just stay where they are.
8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. without break.
That's just because you're not working.
I don't work for you.
Really? That's not too bad, is it? I don't think that's too bad a shift. Come on, if you're in Europa, you're going to be like getting up at 4 in the morning, doing all this stuff, going to bed at like, I don't know, 10 p.m. at night. Hardcore. Have you seen The Tiger King on Netflix? Those guys are working like 6 in the morning till midnight, 1 in the morning, and then get a little break. And they don't have holidays. They're just constantly going non-stop. That's dedication. It's also a bit culty as well. So we've got this move command. So what we want to do now is we want to read the schedule and then ask the character to move along the path that we dictate. Also, we want to try and utilize.
But the Tiger King people are crazy.
Yeah, that's true, but they're looking after little tigers. So you know what? You just do anything. You know what? When I get my little doggy and I just sit down with him and just chill, you're in that moment with the animal, and actually you stop thinking so much as a human. I think when you put yourself in the animal's position, you stop thinking about just time so much, and you're just in the moment. And I think that's what they're just living their lives in the moment with the animals. And I think it's probably quite easy to drift through life doing that. Anyway, so here we've got a little diagram of our pathfinding and how we want to try and work out a little bit of intelligence if a character wants to move from one location to another location. Rather than defining the path that they have to take, we can just say, he's walking to work, and this is the target location. Let them do it. And then we could even close exits, stop them from going a particular route.
Loves procedures.
Dijkstra loves procedures. Dijkstra, sorry. Dijkstra. It's that audio thing doesn't work very well. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I don't really know much about it yet. All I've done is I've got onto page 2, if you remember, of the exercise here, which is quite cool on Coding Game. Teaches the principles and then asks you to solve the problems. So definitely be doing that. I don't know if I'll have time for it tonight. Depends if it turns into a marathon. Probably won't. But possibly tomorrow. Steph, do you want to come on and tell us anything exciting? Anything going on your side? If you do, Discord is open. So you don't have the Discord. In fact, you know what? I wanted to make the Discord open to everyone. So I'm just going to paste the link in here. Just if anyone wants to come in and join me, they're more than welcome. Where is it now? There we go. This is the restream. It's pretty cool. And how do I invite someone again with this newfangled software that the kids all love? And I feel so old using stuff like this. It's terrible. Send a server invite link. There we go. Ta-da! So if anyone wants to come in, feel free. And I think I'm on the stream. Yeah, there we go. I am on Discord as well. So, right. What's first? Okay, so I've got my character doing this. So now I want to check the schedule and then make changes based on the time. And let's just see if we can get this hooked up. We're going to go for sequential first, and then we're going to look at pathfinding and stuff after. And if Steph jumps on, then we'll look at what she's done as well, because a little catch up on the general game itself would be a good idea right now, especially after the little break. Need to get the momentum back up. So, character check schedule. So we can see that we are getting some results at the bottom of the screen. Oops, wrong one. Let's there we go. In fact, yeah, that's the one. So down here, you can see we're getting some, we just set the schedule to 7 o'clock for Jove, 7 o'clock for Graham, 7 o'clock for AI. And then player AI found the exit living area, and then player AI found the exit study. So I'd just like to add a little bit more into my debug code there, just to say that I'm taking that. So I'm going to do a little print here, just say that our character, who is our character? Our character is name. Is trying to use, and then it's target location, right? And then, so I can see the characters all failing to do it, right? So here we've got if success is true, so we'll just say print name is using exit target location. Otherwise, do a little else here. Name can't find super, right? So now we should actually see all our other characters going, why is it asking me to try this location? I can't go through here. And we'll get a little bit more going on, so we can see it sets the schedule down here, and boom, and it crashes. Perfect. Right, target location of base now. Invalid get index target location. What? Why is that coming up now? How could I have possibly changed it? I have no idea why that suddenly happened. So it's now trying to move through an exit that doesn't exist, apparently. Current location equals to, let's have a look at our debug. Yeah, so exit is null. So it's tried to target exit wasn't set here. Oh. Right, sorry. That's what this is supposed to be.
Null is bad.
Null is bad. Do you never want me to ever compare to null, Tichu? Should I be setting some sort of, like, because I mean, I'm setting to null up here, right? And target location Oh, it's set to null because it's not being defined. It hasn't been defined anywhere. Yeah, there we go. So target exit equals null. I could set target exit to, like, you know, none. I kind of prefer it to be null.
I like null objects.
You like null objects. And that's a null string, right?
Null is bad but necessary.
No, target exit is an object, not a string. Target location is a string. Null is bad but necessary. I don't know what you guys are hung up with null for, but I understand null. I'm happy with it. I feel I can connect with null. But guide me, guys, because I'm new to a lot of this. So okay, keep that conversation going. So at the moment, what would do I need to check then? Because if it isn't set, because this is very much, a lot of this is defined by what people have set in here. Can I set I can set an object up here, right? To say, right, target location node equals
at 1 bit Godot Y.
I could say that the target location node is something other than null here, right? The user still needs to define what it should be, though. Just don't know what I'd set it to, because it's actually a node. It's that one. So it is. I've defined it as a node path. It's cool. I like a little bit of discussion here on the old coding. So, while you guys debate the values of null,
use whatever works for you.
Yeah, I don't want to get stuck in spending ages trying to fix something to work a particular way, but I'd like to adopt good practices. For example, at the moment, you guys I've seen you'd have stuff like time arrived as private and public, which I'm not really doing at all anyway yet. My code ain't clean, that's for sure. But at least it's well documented. So yeah, so move target exit wasn't in the right place there.
As we see.
Oh, you mean it crashes? Yeah, I mean, I am doing a test for it. I'm trying to code defensively. And I should be returning success here regardless, right? Right, let's see if that works. Okay, so we can see our character is setting the schedule.
One learns through.
All right, so we can see. Hello, Mr. Character AI. Goodbye, Mr. Guy. That sounded a lot better there. It sounded like they actually arrived and
One
then left.
learns through their own mistakes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much sums up my live stream. 1 bit Godot. There's a lot of mistakes, but I'm learning a lot, to be fair. My God, did you see what I was doing on day one? I didn't even know how to really string a little line together. So we can see here, Jove is trying to use a study. Jove can't find exit to study. To use study, it's a bad little bit of text. Trying to leave through exit. No, trying to enter study. I'll do it. Super. So I can get some debug there. See what my characters are doing. That might be a little bit too much. I think I'm gonna turn on. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I want to set like a global variable for debugs. So
Why use null checks if you can use objects? Objects can handle unexpected behavior in your code.
What would you suggest teach you in the case of, so what I'm doing here is I've got a target location study, right? So that is a node path object, which is okay, right?
Hi again. How are you?
Hey, Ender. I'm good, thanks. I hope you're well. So teach you, so I've got a target location here, right?
What's that floaty thing?
Floaty thing. My head? Where is it? Oh, there. There we go. Don't know, I keep getting that, just as the... Oh, wait.
Above you, on the green screen.
Is it there again? Oh, there it is. Oh, jeez. There. For God's sake, the string is back. It is. It's a piece of string. You know what? I've got basically I've tied a green screen to the top of my ceiling, right? And then I created an ingenious method of hanging it, so I can just tie it up. I roll it up.
The mysterious string.
Yes, the mysterious string is gone. There we go. Anyway, yeah.
Does it happen to be a green string?
It doesn't, know. It should do, though.
Or
that
is
would
that
help.
just encoding?
Nah, it's a black string. It needs to be green, then you wouldn't see it. That would be genius. I'll do that. Still got a bit going on down there now. What is that? Is that side? Yeah. What? So weird. Honestly, I struggle with it. One day I'll have a good setup, but this'll do. So, teach you. I have this here, target location, which is a node path, which is set. Now, I don't always want to have a target location on an exit. Actually, I probably do, to be honest. So I'm only checking to see if it's null in case the user hasn't set it. Right? There should always be a target location for every exit that's defined. So why am I even checking for null? I suppose because I want to handle it gracefully. I don't need to. It should never happen. And therefore it should never crash because every target location should be defined. So I'm going to add a debug, a global debug for pathfinding. Set it true. And now for all these prints now, I'm going to put them, just check if our global debug is turned on. Controller. There we go. So fg.pathfinding debug. And then I can just turn all these off at once. Talk to me, teach you. Let me know, mate. Any other debugs here? No. Definitely got some here. And here. Oh, I want to add, there's another streamer as well, Pantheon. I want to get them added to the list. So if there's like a start time for Pantheon, if you could put it in the chat, and like a little description of the stream, then I'll add it to the Twitch description. Okay, I'm going to do it here as well. Don't need it on the push arrow. Cool. All right, just test that. So we're getting all our behavior, navigation behavior popping up. Super. Here comes AI. Hello, AI. How you doing?
Hey.
That's not the AI, obviously. I've just got those stupid buttons on my Stream Deck. And so we can see that coming out at the bottom. And now if we turn off our global, I'll never have to see it again. Fantastic. And actually, I want to set up a few of those just so I can debug different little aspects of the game later on as they get more complicated. I like the idea of actually adding it into the GUI of the game. Oh, jeez. The volume level seems too high now at 20 decibels. Let's bring it down to, let's just set it to 0. I actually wanted it to sound more like a background noise to hear the NPC coming in. Maybe I shouldn't have like a fade in, fade out. Maybe that should just be done by the audio editor. Such a harsh fade in, fade out. I'm using a tween ease out. What other tween enums have I got? Where are they? Ease type. There it is. Oh, I can't click it. Transition type, ease type. There we go. Ease in, ease out. Do I even need to define one? Can I just have, translinear 0 transition type, right? Or can I just skip these type altogether? Interpolate property. Interpolate property. No, so ease type is a required field, is it? Anyone know? I just don't want any sort of easing at all. I just want to, I suppose that just means I just don't need a tween, right? I just don't bother. I think I'll just take the tween out for now. So I've got this fade. Oh, look, I'm checking to see if it's null as well. Damn. So that is, switch to coding. Play NPC transition. I'll just search my code because I'm kind of starting to lose where everything is. There it is. So we can see it's got the fade in, fade out. I've made that optional. So I'll just take that out for now. And now we should have a kind of normal sound of someone walking. I mean, you really do want some kind of slow fade in, don't you? I think maybe I just need to be able to define what transition sounds each NPC has. That's going to be fun. So just think of all the audio recordings we'd need for that stuff. A different footstep for every character. Can we do it? Sure we can. Okay, so let's tie up our sequential movement then. So looking at our schedule, we have got a where is our schedule? Graham. Here we go. So we've only got one path at 7 o'clock. And so I'm going to fast forward the timer, set the timer to go, the moment the timer is set to a second being a second. So our AI should fly in and out right now, probably sound hideous. Yep, it's just playing the sound effect super quick. And the AI is gone, and we should get, oh we did, right, because we're starting the timer quite late, we are moving on to 2 parts of the schedule here. So we got our 7 o'clock start time, loaded at 7. We got our 8:01 schedule loaded at 8:01, and our 8:04 loaded at 8:04. So because we're limited to just the living area, the study, the living area again, what else have we got? We've got the elevator. I suppose we could put the elevator in there. Elevator? Which elevator is it? Elevator living area. And the balcony. So this is sequential, so we can't have them do that. They're going to have to go back into the living area from the elevator. So you're going to go living area, study, back into the living area, into the elevator, and then into the living area. So that's what we want to see them do. So our character is going to start off in their starting location, in the study. We're going to move into the living area at 7 o'clock. So that should happen immediately as soon as you start. No, it won't, because we're already going to be at 7 o'clock. So they're just going to move into the living area at 8:01. Then after 8 seconds, we want them to move to the study. So that is our goal for tonight. Let's get them moving along these paths sequentially. And then tomorrow, we'll try some Dijkstra. Can't wait. It's cool, the Dijkstra stuff. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Paths. I need to close a load of this stuff. It's just too much here. Let's close it all. It's our character script. So we've got try, move, and move. We've got check schedule, which sets the schedule. And so we need a script that's going to move us through that. And I think what should do that? I think it should be the event scheduler. Maybe it should just be check schedule. Update based on the required behavior script. Yeah, I think it should be this. So we're going to move this stuff in here. So we're going to take that out. We'll comment this stuff out for now. Oops. Man. See, I work in PHP and all day long, and then come in suddenly I'm working in GD script. It's just a bit of a switch. Right. Okay, so check schedule. So check schedule is only loading the schedule at the moment, but it's not updating the behavior. Check to see if character should load a new behavior script. I kind of like that just being that. So let's just set a new one called character check behavior, because we want them to do a lot more than just move around. Eventually we want the character to say stuff and interact and so on. So let's start building up a class of character. I mean a method for just that. So we want to check to see if character, or see how character should behave. Obviously we should be using some sort of I'm not doing that right, am I? Let's start putting these in. Nope. Oh yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay, so check behavior. So we want to see so we need some time, how long they've been in the current location, right? I think we set something for that, didn't we? Current schedule index, start time, blah, blah, blah. Sure I did. Ah, time arrived. So that's how long they've spent at that location. So if we look at the move function, we need to be updating this move function and setting time arrived to whatever our global clock is. So, so for our character, time arrived equals g dot, what's it, earth time? Yeah, so we're setting the current arrival time of that character. Maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Maybe we should just use the inbuilt timer. Might be a better idea, because we only want a simple clock. We don't need something like that. Have we got anything simple like that? I think we do. Time, so look at timer functions, process time left. Is it? No, I want like system time or something. Get system time, seconds. Whoop. Ooh, I saw it there. Why on earth did that come up? There it is. Get system time in seconds. Turns the epoch time of the operating system in seconds. Cool. So we take that and then we deduct it from the last cycle, and we know how long they've spent in that location, right? What else have we got? Get time returns the current time to dictionary of keys, hours, minutes, and seconds. Get time zone info. Get unique ID. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. It returns a string that's unique to the device. Ah, man, I really want to get started on multiplayer stuff next. I'd like to make this a bit multiplayer as well. That's a second run. Okay, so just checking no one's in our Discord. So we're going to set this to get system time seconds, open close bracket, and let's print that out. Just see what we've got there. I'm guessing it's going to be a nice big timestamp. Seconds past 1st of January 1970 something. Where's that error? Just stick a pass in here for now. All right. Oop, still got an issue there. What's that? Get system time isn't declared. Ooh, must belong to some class somewhere. Get system time seconds. Oh, it belongs to an OS object. So we'd actually need to create an OS instance and get that from it. Yeah, okay. Do that. Can I declare that up here? See, this is where I start getting a bit confused about how to implement that. So I don't want to set the time arrived. Can I just set it up here? OS. Time. Something like that. Oops. Nope. Doesn't like that. Oh. No. Good, a lot of stuff you can do with this. Jeez. Okay, I'm just going to probably make this something I can access globally, because it sounds like this is something useful to grab, like screen orientations, and it just seems like a lot of stuff we might want to get at any point. I don't know. Does anyone else use this at all? Anyone using OS? So I can't declare it like that, right?
var time equals os.get_time.
Oh, okay. Time equals... Hey, Phaeton12. How are we doing? I was watching the other day. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, man. That's awesome. All right. Is it
Not
easy as that?
Not exactly, but about.
Right, something like that. Oh. Aha. Cool. Nice one. Oh, right. Okay. Actually, I don't need to use that there then. I can just do that down here.
os.get.
Okay. Let's just go down to move. And so it was like that, yeah? Print time isn't declared. What was I thinking? Here we go. Cool. Yeah, Phaeton, I was just saying, if you've got a start and stop time, I'm going to have, not getting anything yet. I'll try that again in a sec. I was just setting up these times for streamers, for Godot. So if you've got a specific time, pop it in the text here with a little description of what you're doing, and I'll stick it on there. And let's just start getting a little network of Godot streamers, because there doesn't seem to be. It's a few, but not much. I think I've counted 4 that are really, including us, that are really actually doing it consistently. So, so it should have printed out the time here. So I'm just going to put a little break point. Just dive in, see what happens. Hey, maybe our time. Maybe I need to actually put my time back to standard.
Okay,
speed.
thanks.
Yeah, so just if you could just give it to me like this, man, that'd be awesome. I don't know if you have a specific time you start. I know it's in German as well, mainly, right? That's all right. And that's good. Let's mix it up. So, what was I doing again? For God's sake. Oh, yeah. Debugging. So, did that fire? No, it didn't. So, I was slowing it down in global. Setting it back to 1 second is a second. And in 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Wow, my character has literally decided to stop moving around. Ah, of course. We commented it out, didn't we? We need that back in. Otherwise, our character isn't going anywhere. Right, well, that'll be why I didn't print out the time then. Stick my global timer back on. Here it comes. Breakpoint. Step over. And have a look at our output here. It's going to print the time arrived, but we can actually just inspect it here. Where is it? There it is. Time arrived. Yeah, so it's a timestamp. So that's a number of seconds.
Every day 2 p.m. winking and laughing smiley.
Ah, nice. Winking and smiling laughy. Brilliant. Oh, look at all these errors. Let's put that in. So, 2 p.m. Nice. This is good. Look, we've got some world coverage here. Different time zones. Phaeton 12. 2 p.m. GMT. And how would you describe it? It's like a, what I saw, it looked like sort of like a crazy combination hybrid of chess meets, I don't know how you describe it. 2D, oh, actually, no, it's 3D, isn't it? 3D, give me a description. Well, I do this. So just
PvP chess game.
PvP chess game, right? Cool. All right. Is it actually chess? And I'll just put clean code because it certainly is. In brackets. Cool. Is that all right? It is 3D, right?
PvP fantasy chess game.
Fantasy chess. Nice. All right. Now you're selling it. It's obviously it's Godot. These are all Godot. So Godot streamers. So we got 2, we got 6, we got 8. That's nice. You got a long stretch there. I think we can do raids as well, right? So it'd be nice to build up a little network. Maybe even we can set up like a little Godot website, like a little channel. No worries. Feel free to like return the favor and we'll just advertise everyone's in everyone's channel. Maybe someone could knock up a little image that looks a bit better than a text list. How do I save this? Oh, it's automatically saved, right? There we go. Sweet. I should put links in, right? I'll put links in later. So, okay. So let's take our breakpoint out. If I can find... Oh, just kill that. It's not stopped. There we go. Let's take our breakpoint out. So the system time there, just in case anyone doesn't know what system time is, it is a timestamp, just like a Unix timestamp. It's an epoch timestamp. So it's the number of seconds since January the 1st, 1970, UTC, which is handy. It doesn't matter when it was since, because what we're going to do is we're going to save the timestamp at a given moment, and then we're going to wait until 8 seconds have passed by just comparing now to the time our character arrived, and we'll have an idea of how long the character's been in that location. And then we want them to move on to the next location. So that's what we're going to try and do, and then we should be able to get some sort of sequential pathing for our NPCs. Say it like that. I know you guys will be able to do this in about 2 seconds. This is probably going to take me another hour, so here we go. Check behavior. Right. Now, where's my time gone? There it is. Time arrived has been set. So, only setting time arrived when the character moves. So we're going to see how long it's been since the NPC moved. So we'll just see we'll just set a variable here, since last moved, which is going to be time arrived. No, it's going to be now minus time arrived, right? That'll give us the number of seconds. So os dot get system time minus time arrived. Super. So we can answer that question. We'll probably need that later on. The next point is, where are they in the path? So how do we identify at what stage they're at within a sequential path? Ooh, fun and games. So at the moment we have got a current schedule index, but we're going to want a path index, I think. We want to know if we've got an array of pathing, like we have with Graham. So let's just close that and close that. Control W to remember that. Where's Graham? Graham's script. So this will be, if we move to a given location, then we're going to have to reinitialize our path here, which I think we do. So we've got a setter when we load behavior. So if we look at the character, yeah, so we can see we've actually got start time. Oh, of course, yeah, start time, path, movement type, and so on. So I am just going to have to set that in there as well. So we'll just go see our setter. Where is it? There it is. And we'll reset our path index to 0. Right, so whenever we set a schedule, I'm going to put that in the debug as well, because this is all part of our pathfinding. So whenever we set the schedule for a character's behavior, we are telling it, telling it to start from the beginning of the path. Only trouble is, this means our paths need to be very specific. If we start in the wrong place, then our sequential behavior isn't going to work correctly. Maybe we'll just carry on anyway to see if it works. But I think that's why we want to move towards real pathfinding, so that we don't have to do the sequential stuff. But the sequential stuff might be useful for making a character do something specific. So they might have a normal behavior where they move around. Actually, we'd probably just use pathfinding anyway. But anyway, I want to get this this sort of thing working first. I'd like to know how to stop this stuff from happening. This, why aren't I using target location? Yeah, get a final node name for the target location, but I never use it. Get rid of that. Super. What else am I not using? Since last moved. What's that? Oh, right. Well, I'm coming back to that. So, okay. So we want to see where they are. So we want to move the character along the path and update the index if it's time. So if the since last moved, don't need the brackets, if since last moved is greater than the time that they were supposed to be in that location. So how long were they supposed to be in this location? They are supposed to be in speed. That's how long they spend. So if it's greater than speed, then we want the character to move. So we can now just grab this. We can try and move them onto the next location. Hey, that wasn't too bad. Sure, there's something really fundamental I haven't got yet. Where are they going to move? They're going to move into path. And then they're going to have the path index. So they'll try and move to the first location. Character's not defined. That's because we are in character. So they're just going to try and move to the next location. I think that's right. Pretty sure there's something I'm completely forgetting here. Since last moved is greater than speed. Try and move path index. Oh, yeah, and we want to update the index, right? So now path index plus equals 1. Because you can't do plus plus GD script for some reason. There we go. I think that's it. So that should just start ticking along. How often are we checking behavior? Constantly. Here we go. Oops, get system time. Oh, what did I do differently there? Oh. What's that? Oops. There we go. Oops. All right. Come on, Graham. Oh, no, still not happy. Expected end of statement var. Oops, double brackets. It's getting late. I'm getting sloppy. Another one. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Don't let teach you see it. Oh, jeez. What have I done? Okay, time arrived. It's not set yet, apparently. So the first time around the loop, we haven't initialized time arrived yet. So we really need to really set it when the character is initialized, I think.
No move before check.
No, move before check. What, in the event controller? Oh, right. Yeah, of course. That makes sense. Do I need to get rid of that? Or shall I just leave that? Right, okay. Invalid, get index. No, because I don't have, if I move before I check, then I haven't loaded a behavior.
That's the cause why it was null.
Right. Let me just check here. Where did I put the time again? Did I just delete it there? I did. Where is it? Hold on. Right, let me just go back to the error. Right. So there is no 1 here. We can't update this unless... okay, the problem here is that it's starting off in the living area, and it's just trying to move on to the next section, but it shouldn't. Even though it is sequential, I need to do a check for sequential here. So what do I do if my character just needs to stay there? It's supposed to be there for 100 seconds. It should be checking so quick.
Would you consider making the delay shorter? From 15 to 5 seconds.
Yeah, of course. For who? And where? And which delay? It's got so many delays. Let me just get this working first, and we'll look at the delay. So it's trying the move. So it's obviously been through this loop once, right? I'm just going to actually debug this bit here. Wait a minute. Yeah, we always want to check that, right? So start.
My bad. Something like 40 seconds.
40,
on
yeah.
the stream.
Oh, I see. I didn't think the delay was that long. How do you set it? Do tell. I have no idea how to set it. Would it be in my settings here? I'm using OBS Streamlabs. Let me know and I'll come back to it. So I love this little bit of audio. Sounds great. I can't wait to throw Jove out into Europa and have him breathing in his helmet. Right. So I'm going to put the debug there and just hit play. It's going to take us in. We're going to see how long since they last moved.
Yes. Stream.
Stream, okay. So you're going to knock me off if I do that now? Or can I do it whilst the stream's playing? Yeah, I can't do it right now, but I'll check it and I will fix that.
There should be a transmission delay or something.
Right, I'll check that out. Nice one. Yeah, I didn't realize there was such a long delay. It's crazy. So, let me just shrink me down here so we can... I'm really obscuring the debugger.
And RN it's set to quite a long value, judging by my finger counting.
So you type in something and then it says the voice like half an hour later. I guess that could be, because there's no need for a delay. I'm not going to get, hopefully, I'm not going to get
you can change
ghosted.
it,
It's not letting me. I'll tell you. I'll show you what my stream looks like. It looks like this. You cannot change these settings while you're live. So I like the way our voice lady can't pronounce the word. Oh, well, I suppose live's the same. She can't work out the context of live. So seconds since the last move is... Let's just scroll up here. Since last moved. Wow, that's not right, is it? I must have done this backwards. That cannot be right. Time arrived is what? Oh, time arrived is going to be 0, isn't it? Yeah. So...
Let me find it.
Cool, okay, please, that'd be great. Ender, thanks, mate.
Because I know for a fact it's in Twitch settings.
Cool. Ah, maybe it is in the Twitch settings rather than that. Right, so now time arrived is set to that. Since last moved is going to be set to 11 seconds. That can't be right either. How can that possibly be right? I hit play, it's saying 11 seconds are passing now.
https://dashboard.twitch.tv/u/airlock software/settings/channel.
Nice.
There the delay could be set to minimal.
It's telling me access denied. Cool. Well, look, I'm almost done, so I will do that definitely for the next one, Ender. I shall put it on my note. At the moment, that link gives me that, by the way, but I'm sure I do have access to that page. Maybe there's a spelling error there somewhere. So yeah, so 11 seconds might well be right, because it's 11 seconds. Now it's going to show up as like 30 seconds or so, right? Or 50 seconds. It's when I press the button. It's grabbing the system time, so that's fine. So the first time it goes through here, index is 0. So nothing happens. We continue. Here again. Now, since time last moved is going to trigger, right? No, it isn't. Surely since last moved is greater than speed. Speed is set to 100. Since last moved, let's turn down breathing here, jeez. Since last moved is set to 81. So 81 is greater than 100. No, it isn't. So we're not going to move yet. So we play again, but we're definitely going to do it this time. And we go in there. We do the move. So presumably at this point we've moved our character. We can't see the debug because we turned it off. Now it's going to increment the path index. Okay. But there is no other path. Right, okay. So I think it's just really just a question of just checking the array size and not allowing it
Thanks
to...
for chiming it, Bossman.
No worries. I haven't changed it yet.
That.
I haven't changed it, but I will. So if the size of our array half...
It does seem to be shorter.
Really?
NGL.
I haven't touched it yet. How do we check the size of an array? Anyone? Length, is it? Length of path?
Around 15 seconds now.
That's weird. You know, I'm using Restream, so it might be something to do with
Was
that.
my internet just being a bit spastic?
Could be. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. It's really hard to code, type, and interact at the same time. I don't know how 1-bit Godot is like amazing at it, and not so good. Although it's all right. I prefer the interaction sometimes, to be honest. If length path, is that right? Do I use that anywhere else? I'm guessing that's right. So, what do we want to check? We want to make sure that it's not greater. It's not greater than the current index plus 1, right? Because if it is, then we're not going to increment it. So we want to actually check if it's less than, right? So in this case, it's 1. If 1 is less than 0 plus 1, which it isn't, then it'll stay the same. Yeah? All right. So it'll reach the end. Length isn't declared. Perfect. Oh, God. Honestly, I really need to get to my ABC of Godot basics. Godot array length. Wow, how come it just doesn't even come up there? Len built in. I know it isn't len, right? Or maybe it is. Size on array. Is it? Happy? Nope. All right. Let's just see what properties array has. Methods. Oh, what's max? Turns the maximum value contain the array if all elements are converted. Oh, no, I don't think that's what I need. Resize, remove, shuffle, size. Oh, dot size, right? Close. Okay. I need like a cheat sheet so I don't forget these. All right, we should be good. Turn off the breakpoint. Hit play. And we're off. Character's going to move in 8 seconds. Please. Please move. They didn't move. Oh no, wait. They're already... No, I don't... No, they didn't move. Right, I'm going to turn on the debugging for our dude. Game. That's not the one. It's global. Pathfinding, debugging. True, right. Let's see all the goodies. We just set the schedule to 7 o'clock. It comes 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Boom. Okay. So it didn't even try and update the schedule there for some reason. So our scheduling is broken. Check schedule is not working. Why? What have we changed in check schedule? We update the time. We set the current schedule based on the current schedule index. Have we stopped processing this for character and character list check schedule? Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. Like if I put that back and put this back in, is it suddenly going to start working? Oh, we're cheating. Look, we're checking g.earth time. Yeah, so we're not actually processing the schedule properly in terms of the timer at the moment. We actually need to update. We need to check the schedule and load it relevant to the given time. So check schedule. Oh, well, we're trying to. It's just not working. So set schedule should do that, which it is, right? We just set the schedule at the beginning. So for some reason at the moment, we're not setting it for 8 o'clock. And our timer is set for 1 second, right? Global, close game, do that. Global set time period's 1 second. We're waiting for 8:01. Did I just not wait long enough? Oh, I didn't wait long enough. That's a whole minute before we had our timer starting at 8 o'clock, right? So, okay, so let's speed up our time schedule now. We'll go for a little bit faster, and we'll move this to 8 o'clock as our start time. And so we're gonna hit this, and it's gonna move around every 8 seconds, or actually every 2 seconds, right? Oh, will that work? Because our timer's wrong. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to stick with a second right here. Here we go. And he's in. And in 8 seconds, it's kind of working. You know what I realized we've not done? So we'll do one move, right? In character, and then it'll stop. Oh, hang on a sec. What's going on here? Steph. I shall message her afterwards. So we need to. How do we do this? I think we need to update the time. We're not updating the time once the move happens. Let's see. Take that out. That shouldn't be there. Maybe that wasn't even working. Eight seconds. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. So that should be 808. All right. I'm not convinced it's working at the moment. But I think when we move, we check the schedule, we check behavior. We need to remember to update time arrived again. Time arrived should update when we move. So since last moved should update to 0. Try it one more time here. Okay, so we set the schedule for 8 o'clock. That is absolutely fine, I believe. That's working. So we're now in this schedule. But we never made it out of the living area, so the timer never updated. So if the move fails, it doesn't reset the timer. So do we need to actually update the try move? Yeah, I think we actually have to do that. But if the target exit doesn't exist, oh mate, this is a absolute head melter. I probably shouldn't call it time arrived. It should just be like time since last movement check or speed check or something. So I think I can get it working by making sure that this is updated when we do try move, rather than how long they've sit in the location for. So now we should get, it's going to try at 8 o'clock to move the character, but the character's already in the living area. Nope, absolutely nothing happening there. Okay, let's just debug our... Maybe that's okay to be here then. I need to debug the... what a numbnut. That was it. Right, so you can see them all trying to move here. They're like, I can't get out of here. And any second now, is the AI going to move? Oh, no. Let's see what AI is trying to do. AI is trying to enter the living area. So the AI is already in the living area. It's just going to keep trying to enter the living area at the moment. It's bumping into a wall. So if I move the location that the AI starts in to the living area and run it again. Okay. Now the character's already in the AI, in the living area. Oh, I know. Oh, I've got it. I think I've got it. So we've just got to make sure that this makes sense. So if in the study, this takes them to the living area. So actually, they'd be in the living area when we hit 8 o'clock. So let's move our AI back into the study. So the AI starts off in the study. 7 o'clock behavior kicks in, they move into the living area. Boom. 8 o'clock comes. Now we know they're in the living area, so it tries to move them into the study. 8 seconds later, into the living area, and so on. So let's see if that solves our problem. Can't keep up with all the debug. Let's scroll down to the end here. Let's clear it, actually. Play again. So Jove is trying to enter the study. Obviously can't. AI is trying to enter the study. Okay. Really? Why? Why didn't he kick in with the current behavior? Let's move him back into... Okay, he's in the study. Let's see if that works in. Oh! Alright, okay. So, they're in here. Okay, so it's just the next... I think it's just the check. For the array increases completely bollocks. Yeah, there's definitely something here that's going wrong. It'd be nice if I could just like test this after. I don't want to give up on this right now, but I also need a cup of coffee. So I will be back in a second. Bear with me. Oh, man. It is hot today. Oh, what's going on? Skipped 32% of frames. Wonder why. My internet's not doing so well. Let's come out of Discord. Right. So we need to work out why this isn't working. So I think that's the bit. So our character moves, but then never moves again. Look. Everyone else is just like, yeah, come on, I'm trying to leave. We're going to actually have to have them loading their own scripts as well. We can actually disable our characters, right? But then we still won't want them to sort of float around like ghosts. So I'm thinking I'll delete them, but I won't delete them. So keep them as they are. All right, let's play. Let's have a look at this. All right, how many times have I got to go through the code before this kicks in? Okay, let's do a little debug insert here. We want to get into the code if name equals AI equals and just trying to work out why it worked once and then not the second time. I'm just gonna put it here. No, but then it should try the path, right? I'll just put, no, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna check this. Oh man. I could debug it somewhere else. See, it's just going to do it every cycle, so I'm never going to see. So we're going to hit 8 seconds here. It's going to move our AI in, which is great. We set the schedule to 8 o'clock for the AI. AI is trying to enter the living room. Found exit area for AI. It's using the exit to living area. And then AI never moves again. Why wouldn't AI move again? Well, the only possible reason is that since last moved is never greater than speed. But then, yeah, that's the only possible reason. I'm going to start printing out something else here. We'll say name, arrived at, actually, name has been here for since last moved, right? Right, so now it's going to give me tons and tons of printouts here of how long someone's been there for. And then as we hit 8 minutes, it's going to kick in, right? So, let's scroll down a bit here. Quite a lot, jeez. All right, so look, AI's been here for 10 seconds. How long's AI supposed to be in there for? 8 seconds. So AI, let's go up here. AI's been here for 20 seconds now. Oh, AI can't find the exit to living area. Oh. So this did work. Is that what I'm saying? Because where would the index be? Index is 0. What I need is for AI to give up and try and find the next point, just in case I mess up some of the coding and we want it to kind of just be a little bit more forgiving. So we're returning true or false, right, with the try move. So we'll like check behavior. We can return a variable for success. Oh, hang on a sec. So if they can't move, it's going to try the next location anyway, right? I think. So we want them to... Yeah, so it doesn't really matter whether it succeeds or not. It'll still try and just move on to the next path. But try move doesn't reset the time. So I'm going to try moving this again. Time arrived. I think maybe it should be like last action or something like that. That would make sense. Hello, AI. AI is still here. So it's counting up. AI's been here for 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's reset to 0 again. AI is trying to enter the living area still. God's sake, AI. Not very intelligent. So it is resetting the time. So that's kind of working. It's the index that doesn't seem to be updating properly. It should update the index regardless, right? I'm just going to do it if name equals AI here. AI. Continue. Oh, just pass. Is that? Oh wait, no. Let me just continue. I'll just print nothing. Okay, let's go put debug there. So I only want to stop when I get to the AI attempting a move. Okay, so the AI has tried to move. We get the output as AI's been here for 11 seconds. Okay. So at this point, we step over. So it's now going to check. So path.size equals a path is array size 6. Size of 6. So if 6 is less than path index plus 1, path index is 0, then add to it, which it will, right? Okay, so, no. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. Continue. Oh. It didn't seem to work. That check failed. It's not very good. Let's just print out here. Path.size is path.size less than. Sure it should go in there. Right. It comes again.
Oh, by the way, could I join as a contributor?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I meant to say. I meant to give you an email before my internet went down. It was your email address, right, Ender? That you sent? Oh, actually, you know what? I think I sent you a message. Yeah, I sent you a message on Twitch. Did you get back to me?
I never received an email, so I might ask again.
All right. How did you send me?
Never received it.
You know what?
Sad
No.
smiley.
Oh, no, you're right. I never sent it. You know, I thought...
Twitch hates me.
No, it doesn't. I think I added it here, didn't I? Yeah. Right, okay. Just doxing you there live on stream. Yeah, sorry. It's on my to-do list, mate. Yeah, I lost internet, remember? So I've been without internet for a few days, so I will definitely do that, dude. So, hold on.
NP.
I'll just add another little note.
It's my backup email.
Cool. And reduce time delay on stream. Cool. I'll do that. 100%. That'd be awesome. I'm going to make the GitHub repository public as well, so anyone can dive in, start messing with it, or at least branching from it in some people's cases. Don't know when I'll do that. Hopefully, probably the weekend I'll do all that, but I'll try and get you an email tomorrow. So, all right, so I'm here. I'm stepping over. I've got output of... I haven't got any sort of... No
I
worries.
appreciate it.
No, me too. It'd be great to work with you, man. Here we go. So we're here at this piece of code. It's printed out. Is 6 less than 1? Well, of course 6 is less than 1. So it's got to go. It's got to step, right? It didn't step. It's one of them. What is wrong with that? Tell me, Ender, what is wrong with that code? Six isn't less than 1. What the hell am I saying? I'm doing this completely backwards. Well, I'm absolutely just... It's definitely bedtime for me. It's definitely bedtime for me. Is 6 less than 1? Yes, it is.
I was gonna say.
No, yeah. So 1 is less than 6. So whilst the index is less than the size plus... No, just less... Yeah, less than the size plus 1. Then increment. My God, my brain is melted. It's not the best of times. So, all right, here we go. Come on, AI, come into the living area, please. Boom. Right. 8 seconds later, move into the study. Oh my goodness! Oh, it's working. At last, I'm following her. She's gone into the study. There she is. Any second now, she's going to go back into the living area. Please. Yes. She's gone back into the living area. I'm stalking her. Hey, we should know where they went. We need some sort of indication of where the character went. So now they're there. Now, where's she gone? I think she might have gone to the lift. There she is. She's at the lift. Come back. Ah, she's gone again. She's back in the living area. And... oh, no. And now she's in the balcony, right? I've just realized something hideous. What if the AI decides to go up in the lift and you're not there? I mean, you're there with her. Then she's got to go with you, right? She's going to force you to go to the next floor with her. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. What have I got myself in for? Maybe we don't let the AIs use the lift when the player's in there. Or the AIs won't move in the lift whilst... anyway, happy days. We have characters working. Invalid index 6, that's fine. Right,
I think it could make the game world seem more realistic.
Totally, but it might be a bit annoying. Might be a bit annoying when you're in the lift and it's like, whoa, where are you going? We might have to have a little bit of behaviour where the NPC says, going up? Hello, Ender? Going up? Going up? You want to go up? Shall I press it? And then you can interact with them and say, yes. Or...
maybe give the player a heads up.
yeah, definitely need some sort of indication. First thing though, I'm still going to get a crash while the index gets too high here. So, it's just that, right? We're only adding it to it until it reaches the top. So our Graham here should end up in the balcony, and that's it. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should work. All right, I'll just sit back now, watch my AI walking around, having a ball. There we go. Happy days. I'll just put the TV on while I'm waiting.
Good evening. Welcome to the 10 o'clock news. Across the world,
There she is again.
people united on the streets in anger at the UN's decision to continue funding to Europa, the research
She
facility
goes again.
owned and run by the Galileo Corporation. With the planet facing its fourth famine inside of a decade, many people feel that this money would be better invested locally. In further
Yeah, no
news,
sound there for
talks
some reason.
between New Yemen and China have broken down, with sources close to President Lin Xi suggesting that tensions have
Again.
only increased in
Should be the
recent
balcony
weeks.
right there.
The
Yeah.
bombing of Doha in New Yemen's Qatari province.
Yep.
Good evening. Welcome to the 10
Oh.
o'clock news.
Wow, what happened there?
Across the world, people united on the streets in anger.
That's interesting. The TV is no longer saving the position for some reason. Where's that?
Good evening.
Good evening.
To the 10 o'clock news.
Yeah, it's working now.
Across the world, people united on the streets in anger.
I maybe did something
at the
too
UN's
quick.
decision
It's definitely a
to
bug.
continue funding.
Well, alleluia. We have our player, our NPC, now walking around to a sequential sequence with a given speed, although maybe a speed range, a little bit of random speedness might be good. It's a little bit too... It feels a little bit too sudden, but then they're supposed to be moving along. So the idea is there'd be pathfinding there. So we're going to need like a pathing movement type next, and that's going to be Dijkstra algorithm. Oh yeah. So coming on, straight back into it. So that was good. I thought it would be quite hard to get myself back up to speed. A few things we've done there. let's see. Added class names, but still need to implement them. We have we've added icons for our main classes. Big one, implemented sequential NPC movement. We could now have like 3 characters and have them all moving around that same location. Got to get the sound a little bit more transitional though. It does sound a little bit harsh. The fade in and fade outs seem to work all right, but they just need a bit of work. And obviously my editing skills are not fantastic. Audio controller, we changed the volume. Don't know if that matters so much. We turned off the fades. Turned off NPC transition fades. Consider turning them back on. We should just tweak that and get that right. And that's it really. Happy days. Commit. Oh, have we got something we haven't committed? Man, it's so weird having the internet off for so long and suddenly getting it back. Oh, summary. Character behavior. Pathing. What an awesome little push. So glad that's done. I can't wait to start working on Dijkstra. I'm going to be thinking about that tonight and tomorrow. And I will be back at 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. Ender, I will be sending you an email. We will be reducing the delay on stream. Don't forget, you can join the Discord chat anytime and literally be on stream with me. And that's it. Have a great night. Thanks to everyone that joined us. Thanks for joining Steph. Thanks 1Bit. Thanks Peyton. Thanks everybody.
Discord.
How Discord? What's that? What? Discord is just to scroll up a bit. Hang on. Here you go. Discord invite. Boom. I'll put that in.
Where's the link?
Just posted it to you. I'll come any second.
Cheers.
No worries. It does seem like that doesn't seem like a 15
Have
second
a nice
link.
night, dude.
You too. Right. Later. Take it easy, everyone. Thanks for joining us.